of Kim in the kitchen. Today is Wednesday, so today is Savory Day, and today I have a treat for all my people who are trying to watch their weight. I've actually been on Weight Watchers since December, and I've lost a good bit of weight. Probably put a little bit back since school started, but that's okay too, because I'm still going back on it and trying to get it going. But so today we're gonna do one of my favorites, Weight Watcher style, and then I'm also going to do a keto recipe that I really like. First of all, we're going to make spinach and artichoke dip, the hot kind, and then we're going to make keto style fried pickles, but they're really like in the oven. So this is what we're gonna need for that recipes. Okay, for the recipes we're gonna need plain Greek non-fat yogurt. This is the not vanilla kind, just the plain. You're going to need leaf spinach, and I went ahead and defrosted that in my microwave because we're going to need it good and defrosted. You'll need cream cheese. You're going to need black pepper, garlic, paprika, red pepper, artichoke hearts, and some Parmesan. And that is going to go for our artichoke dip. And then for the pickles, it's super easy. It is literally sharp cheddar, pickles, and of course we have to have a dipping sauce. And I know this is not Weight Watcher friendly, but this is my very favorite. Not that they sponsored me at all, but I wish they would. This is Ken's Steakhouse, and it's buttermilk ranch, and it is my absolute favorite. Oh my gosh, it is so creamy and so yummy, and to me it's the best ranch out there. If y'all have not tried it, I'm telling you hands down, it's my fave, so you should try it. So let's go ahead and get this going. If you hear the lawnmower, it is my husband cutting grass on the day that I have to film every single time. I don't know why, but we're gonna go through it no matter what. My oven is preheating to 400, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with my artichoke dip first. So let's get going. All right, so to get things started, I'm gonna open up the spinach and get it ready to be used. So I'm gonna point you guys where y'all can see what the heck I'm doing. So I'm just gonna open up these spinach. I hate these boxes. I don't know why this was a good idea for spinach to go in. Why are we not just putting it in a bag like we put everything else? But for some reason, they put it in this cardboard box, and then they cover it with this crazy paper, and then it's a disaster to try to get out. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and peel all of this off and try to get it out of here, because that is the first thing that we are going to need, which is our spinach. And it doesn't look that great, but that's because it's chopped spinach. So, and chopped spinach just doesn't look good, but that's okay. You're going to take your chopped spinach, and we're going to drain it as best we can on this plate. Because it has a lot of liquid, and we don't need all of that liquid. Then I'm just going to set my box right here to the side. I'm going to throw that away. Pour that out in my sink. I'm going to get a kitchen rag, and we're going to squeeze as much juice as we can out of the spinach. And for this, it's kind of like a flour sack material. I know they don't make flour sacks out of that now, but that's kind of what this used to be like. So I'm not really sure what they're called now, but that's what my grandma called them. So that's what we're going with. So I'm going to put my spinach in there, as much of it as you can get in there. Okay? And we're going to take it and wring it. There's a little piece of brown. I'm going to get that out of there. We're going to take it and we're going to wring it out over this plate and get as much of that liquid as we can out. Do you see how much liquid comes out of that? Is that not crazy? So, get as much of that out as you can. And then we're going to take that and we're going to put it in a bowl. So we're going to take our ball of spinach that we just made, put that in a bowl, and I'm going to set that to the side. And we're going to pour this liquid out. Okay, so we have our spinach. Now we need a can of artichoke hearts. These are already quartered, and you can get them this way or you can get them whole, up to you. I'm going to drain these. And then we're going to chop these up as well. So we'll lay them on our board, and I'm going to chop them up, and then we'll put them in with our spinach. more of them out. This is one of those recipes that I love to make with like supper or something, because I can kind of dip on this while I'm making other stuff. It's like an appetizer. And this one is not bad for you because you don't use all of the bad stuff that you would use in the regular, because in place of it, we're using that non-fat Greek yogurt instead of all of the fattening stuff. A lot of times you use the sour cream, the cream cheese, and all that stuff. You do use a little bit of cream cheese, but we're going to use more of the yogurt in place of it, so it's not as fattening. And we're just chopping these up. They don't have to be tiny, tiny, but I do just kind of like them a little smaller than they were. And then once we get these chopped, then we're going to get all of our good stuff in there. Okay. So we have all of the artichoke hearts chopped up in the bowl with our spinach. Over in our sink. Wipe my hands up. Get my dogs out from under my feet because they stay under me when I'm trying to cook. Okay, so to this bowl, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of this Greek non-fat yogurt. So let me get this and one of these Greek non-fat in here. Okay, so put that in there. And that might have been a little light, so I'm going to add just a little more. Okay, so that's my 1/2 cup. Then to that, I'm going to add half of a, which is going to be 1/2 cup too, but half of a block of cream cheese. And a block of cream cheese is 8 ounces. So we're going to use 4 ounces, which is 1/2 cup. So we will get that and put that in there. Open that up. And I'm going to get a knife and kind of slice through that real quick. And I'm just going to kind of slice it like that as I go. Probably not the best for everybody, but that's how I do it. Until you get about half of that cream cheese in here. I love cream cheese. It's going to melt down and be bubbly and yummy, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want the full 4 ounces so it does melt down and become so fantastic. Scrape that off because cream cheese is so hard to get out of there too. You would think by now they would have learned a better way for cream cheese too. I just have to say. Okay, so 1/2 container of cream cheese. So we have spinach, artichokes, our yogurt, our cream cheese. Then we're going to add all of our spices to this. So to that, I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. This is a full teaspoon, so I'm just going to add about 1/2 of that. I'm going to sprinkle that in. You're going to add about the same amount of crushed red pepper flakes. So about a 1/2 teaspoon of them. Plus a little more that are pouring over the side there. Okay. I'm going to add a little more because I like it a little heatier, but you know. So about 3/4 teaspoon. You're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of pepper. I'm just going to pour it in. About 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And a teaspoon of salt. And then what I do with my Parmesan, it calls for 1.5 cups. So what I do is use about 1/4 cup of grated, which I have in here. So I'm going to just put that in there. And then I use about 3/4 bag of Parmesan that's freshly grated or whatever. This is grated already. And then I leave some in there because when I put this in my bowl to cook, I'm going to put some of it on top. So I go ahead and put about, like I said, about 3/4 of a bag in that bowl. And then all you're gonna do is mix this up. All of this just needs to be mixed really well. Artichoke hearts, spinach. Oh my gosh, you cannot go wrong with this dip, y'all. I'm telling you. It is so good. So good. And it's going to be so creamy and so yummy once it cooks because all that cream cheese is going to get soft and bubbly. The spinach is going to cook down. It's going to be yummy, I'm telling you. Okay. So, make sure you've got it all good and mixed in well. Okay. And then what I do is, you probably don't have one of these because these are old and ancient, but if you do, that's fine too. I use one of these old cornware dishes and I put it in the cornware dish. So I just dip all of that dip out into the cornware dish. All of the good stuff goes in here. And you want to make sure you scrape all of that yummy out of that bowl, okay? And you are going to press it in your dish. And then at this point, you are going to take the rest of that 1/4 of Parmesan that we left in that bag and you're going to sprinkle it on top. All of it. You want all of that, okay? Because you want that to melt down and be yummy, yummy too. Now, this recipe can be made in the oven, or this recipe can be put in a small crock pot. And so a lot of people do that here in the South. We take these little small crock pots with us to all of our little parties, or I take one to school about once a month with something in it, honestly. And we all dip out of it. So you can do that, or you can put this in the oven for about 20 minutes. I, myself, always sprinkle red pepper flakes on top. I kind of sprinkle a little bit in my hand and just rub them on top. Rub them to get that flavor out of there. Put it on top, and then I'm going to put this in my oven in just a few minutes once it preheats at 400 for about 20 minutes or until it's nice and bubbly. But before I do that, we're going to go ahead and make our dill pickles. So, I'm going to get all of this out of the way, and then we're going to get started with these dill pickles. You have never made an easier dill pickle, okay? I promise. You're going to be like, what? No, I'm serious. It's so easy. This is the easiest thing. So, what you are going to do is take a plate. You're going to take a napkin and lay down in your plate, okay? I'm going to open up our jar. See if I can do this on camera. So, no, I can't. But now I can. Ta-da! Okay, so now what you're going to do is dip out your pickles and you're going to put them on this paper towel to drain them, okay? You're going to drain a good bit of them. You're just going to lay them right out there like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that over to the side. So now what we're going to do is I have this muffin tin with teeny weeny muffins. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this shredded cheese. This is sharp. Oh man, and they cut it the wrong way, so let me open it the right way. They always do that. I don't understand why they put it in the wrong spot, guys. Anyway, like it's way down there. Okay, so cut it open, try again. This whole camera thing today is killing me, isn't it? Okay, so now that I got it open, you're going to take just a little bit and put in the bottom of each of these little cups. Not a ton, just a little bit, because we're going to put some more on top. This is just to hold your pickle, okay? And this is going to be a keto recipe that you can use. So, about y'all, but I love fried pickles. And this diet really kills me because I love stuff like that, like fried pickles or fried green beans or whatever. So sometimes I cheat, but I try to do pretty good. So today I decided I wanted some, so I'm just doing this. And I can make these, and my husband will eat these too. So, okay. So now we have all of those in there. So now what you're going to do is take your pickle and put in there on top of that cheese, okay? If your pickle is too small to fill it, put a couple little bitty pickles. It's fine. No rhyme, no reason. Just put your pickle in there, okay? And then we're going to cover these bad boys with a little more cheese. Now, I know that it's not a real fried pickle. I know that. But you're going to put it in the oven, and it's going to crisp up, and it's going to be pretty dang good. And if you're on keto or watching your weight or whatever, then it kind of takes the place of fried, because this cheese gets really crusty after it's been in the oven and after it sits for a few minutes. It's going to get super crunchy, and it's going to be really good. I promise you, it's well worth it. Another way that I do these is I have a little small waffle iron, like a teeny weeny waffle iron, and I'll put a little bit of cheese in there and put 4 or 5 pickles in there and then do it in there. It's really good, guys, I'm telling you. Okay, so now we have our pickles covered. We have our artichoke dip ready. We're going to transfer all of this over to my oven. I'll bring you guys over here to my oven. We're going to put this in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. In this 400 degrees. And we're going to watch it. I'm going to set a timer for 25 minutes. All right. I am going to clean up this mess. I'm going to wait for this timer to go off. And gonna be ready for a tasty when we come back. All right, guys, our timer is about to go off. I'm about to pull these goodies out of the oven, and we're gonna give these guys a tasty. I can't wait. This is actually gonna be the side for my supper. I'm making homemade hamburgers tonight for my family, so we're actually gonna have some sides to go with them, and this is gonna be the sides. So there's my timer. Let's pull this stuff out and see what it looks like. All right, first off, ooh, spinach and artichoke dip looks amazing. What? Okay, so we're going to put it right here, and then I'm going to pull out these pickles. Now, these look amazing to me. They probably don't to you yet, because they have to kind of sit up a little bit because this cheese is so melted. So it's going to kind of take a second for these to get to that fried consistency that you like in a fried pickle. So I'm going to leave these to the side for just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and try to pop them out and put them on something. And then we'll give them a tasting once they cool off a bit, because if I tasted that right now, I wouldn't have a tongue. So, I'm going to let this stuff cool for just a second. I'm going to try to pop these out just so y'all can see. I'm going to get y'all right here. Maybe I should. All right, you guys. So, this girl messed up. Just going to let you know, I sprayed my spinach and artichoke bowl. Guess what I didn't spray? Yep, the pan with the pickles in it. So, needless to say, those are pretty much a wash, but that's okay because I did get a few out for a tasty, so I am going to go ahead with those. But, FYI, spray your pan. just do it because it's going to be fun to clean that later. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that up and then make us some more for later on for supper. But that's okay because I have enough to do a tasty and we're going to be fine with it. And my spinach and artichoke dip look amazing. So all is going to be well. So we're going to try these on camera and see what we think. So first of all, you know as well as I do that a fried dill pickle is not a fried dill pickle without a little bit of ranch. So a little dab will do you. I'm going to put a little bit of ranch on my plate. And I realized this is a huge plate and I would have had 24 pickles had I sprayed my pan. But needless to say, I didn't. So I have 6 pickles or 8 pickles, whatever. So these pickles are amazing. And I'm telling you, they're crunchy, crispy, just like a fried dill pickle. The cheese crisps up. You You're going to dip that in your ranch. You hear that crunch? Oh my. I'm telling you, you will not miss the crunch factor of the fried dill pickle. And actually, I think they taste almost the same myself, if not better. Especially if you use the sharp cheddar, because it has a little bit of a bite to it. So you don't have to put salt and pepper in it like you would your batter that you do. So I really like it. Probably just as well. Okay. So, win-win for the fried dill pickles if you spray your pan. Alright. And for the artichoke dip, I have chips left from our party from this weekend, so that's what I'm going to use. Alright guys, I'm telling you, you're going to love this. This is a Weight Watchers friendly dip. Okay. Spinach and artichoke. You can have 1/4 of a cup. When I tell you this, you're going to freak out if you are a Weight Watchers person. 1/4 of a cup of this dip is 2 points. Okay? 2 points. To me, 2 points is heaven. I get 30 points a day, and they're about to change the plan, and I know that, but 2 points still for this dip because it has some flavor, and I know that when you want something salty and you're on Weight Watchers, I'm telling you, this is the way to go. This is amazing. 2 points. 1/4 of a cup. You hear me? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Oh my. You don't miss any of the flavor from the low-fat cream cheese or the Greek yogurt. I'm telling you, you will not miss the flavor at all. We put enough garlic, paprika, and red pepper flakes in there. It is so yummy. These are 2 amazing appetizers. If you want to do these for a party, like a party that you're having at your house, have an appetizer before your meal. These are 2 super easy, amazing things that you can whip up in less than 30 minutes. And both of them are low fat and fantastic. I am so glad that y'all decided to join me on this episode. And I am so sorry that I forgot to spray my pan. But things do happen in the kitchen as well as in your kitchen. They happen in mine, and I'm sorry about that. But it's all going to be well because I'm going to wash that pan up and we'll throw some more in there, put them in the oven, and ain't nobody going to know but y'all because y'all are going to watch. I don't even know if my people here watch these things. But anyway, it's going to be good, and I'm telling you, you need to try these. These are awesome. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my craziness because I might just forget to do something else next time and you might want to see. I cannot wait to join you guys again on this Sunday. We're going to find something super sweet to make. I have had a couple requests for some candy, and I'm hoping to be able to do some of that for these next few weeks before Christmas comes along, to have some things so you will be able to share those with your family. Thanks again. Can't wait to see y'all on Sunday.